Good morning, students. From the previous class, we are completed with the problems. That is the resistance if it is connected in a series, right? Then one more problems we have to work out. The resistance if it is connected in parallel. Okay. So students, kindly take a notebook and write it down the problems. Okay. So here, problem number 1. Three resistors two ohm, 4 ohms, and 5 ohm. Okay. Or combined in parallel. Then what is the total resistance of the combination? So in the previous day, I told you that so this session, that is 11:15 to 12:30, it is a physics English medium class. Okay. So today only this alterations is there. Okay. If the Tamil medium students are interested, you are also welcome to attend the English medium session. There is no problem. Okay. Right. So here 3 resistance. Okay. 2 ohms, 4 ohms, and 5 ohms are connected in parallel. Okay. So parallel, it should be connected. Then what is the total resistance of the combination? We are known the formula for the resistance. It should be connected in parallel, right? So what is the formula? The resistance, if it is connected in parallel, that is 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. So let us now substitute all the values here. Okay. So this is for R1 and this is R2 and this is R3. Okay. So let us now substitute here. It is 1 by 2 and here it is 1 by 4 and here it is 1 by 5. Okay. Then 1 by Rp is equal to, take LCM value, that is 20. So here 10 plus 5 plus 4. Okay. Which should be is equal to 19 by 20. So we need the resistance value for parallel combination. So here it is 1 by Rp. this value. Okay, we need RP value. So we just reverse the value. Okay, so it is 920 by 19. So this is the resistance value in parallel combination. Okay, so this problems also having the B part. Okay, so this is the A part. So up to this clear how to calculate the resistance value in parallel connection. Okay, say yes or no. Yes, okay, very good. Next, the same problem. Okay, so if it is there is asking current value, na they are provided the voltage value. Okay, so now I give the voltage value. You may find out the current value. Okay, so it is subdivision. If the combination is connected to a battery. So in the combinations, the three resistance or the combinations, it is connected to a battery of EMF. It is 20 volt. And here also the negligible resistance. So negligible internal resistance. Okay. So determine current through each resistor and the total current drawn from the battery. So this session is the English medium session, students. Okay. Right. Now, for our convenient, we have to draw the diagram. Okay. So already three resistance, it should be connected in parallel. Here the values, resistance values are 2 ohm, 4 ohm, and 5 ohm. Okay. So in that problem, they are asking to calculate the total current value. Okay, current value they are asking. So what is the formula for the current value? It is I is equal to V is equal to I into R. So similarly, V by R. So here three resistance, it should be connected in parallel, no? So that is we have to represent it. It is a parallel. Okay, already we are known the value for RP. Okay, RP which is nothing but it is 20 by 19. So in the value we have to utilize. So in the I order value should be is equal to I order value, that is V value, here it is 20. Okay, so 20 divide by what is the value of RP? That is 20 by 19. Okay, so 20 by 19. So it is 20 into 19 by 20. So here it is cancelled. Okay, so I value should be is equal to 19 ampere. Okay, very good. I value should be is equal to 19 ampere. Okay, very good. I don't know about the other class timings, students. Okay, next we can go for the second. Okay, second problem. So find the equivalent resistance of the following. Find the equivalent resistance of the following. So here they are given the circuit. Okay. Here it is 3 ohm, here it is 3 ohm, and here it is 2 ohm, and here it is 2 ohms. Okay. So find the equivalent resistance or the values calculate panano. Okay. So now they are given the options, that is option A, it is 6 ohm, option B, it is 12 by 15 ohm, and option C, it is 5 by 12 ohms, and D, it is 10 ohm. Okay, so find the equivalent resistance. Okay, find the equivalent resistance அப்படிங்கும்போது okay, so first step what we have to do, so here we can split it into, this is one part and this is one part. Okay, so for the upper part we are take it as a series combination. Okay, so we have to draw the diagram, and for the second one we are having this diagram. Okay, so here 3 plus 3, okay, it is a 6 ohm. So in the 3 plus 3 in writing 6 ohms. Okay, and here this 2 ohm and this 2 ohm we are write it as a 4 ohms. Okay, so but now if it is connected in parallel, okay, so if the two resistance is connected in parallel abdina, we are known the formula, that is RP, 1 by RP is equal to 1 by 6 plus 1 by 4. Okay, so here it is 24 and here 4 plus 6. So it is 1 by RP. So let us now find out the correct value. I will give you 1 minute time to solve this one. Okay. Solve பண்ணி answer என்னன்னு சொல்லுங்க பார்க்கலாம். Yes. It is option B or C. Check it once. In formula, we are having that is 1 by RP. Okay. You have to find out the RP value. So check பண்ணலாமா? So it is 10 by 24 and here 1 by RP. Okay. And it is 1 by RP is equal to 10 by 24 and RP is equal to 24 by 10. So here it is 12 by 5. Okay. So RP value should be is equal to 12 by 5 ohms. So this is option another. This is option B. Okay. Very good. This is option B is the right one. It is clear. Yes. Okay. Next, we can go for one more problem. Okay. So write it a problem number 3. So here we have to take it as A, B, C, D. Okay. So here 4 resistors are connected and the values are 5 ohms, 10 ohms, 20 ohms, and here it is 10. When the current I is flow through the circuit, if the 4 resistors are connected like this format, okay. So now they are asking, find the current value shown in the figure. Find the current value current I value shown in figure. Okay. They are given the options, that is 0.5 into A, and B it is 0.2 into A, and C it is 1 ampere, and D it is 2 ampere. Okay. So how to find out the answer for this one? So resistance or the values that we are calculating. Okay. So from the previous model, we have to know how to calculate the resistance value, right? So first resistance or the values I calculate panni solunga paakalam. First step, what we have to do. So in the two resistance, we are calculating the values. Series connection la we have to take it the value, and here we have to take it one more value for series, and the rendu series values we may connect pannite series rendu series values we can convert it into parallel form, and the parallel form la irundhu we have to calculate the total RP value, and the RP oda values la irundhu da we are finding the current values. Okay, right? Calculate பண்ணுங்க பார்க்கலாம், try பண்ணுங்க. What is the RP value here for this diagram? RP values மட்டும் comment பண்ணுங்க பார்க்கலாம். What is it? First, you have to find out the value for the series, that is ABD. ABD க்கு values என்ன வருது? What is the value of R? It is 5 plus 10, it is 15, right? 5 plus 10 is equal to 15 ohms. Okay. Next, we can go for the another series. In it is ACD. ACD R value should be is equal to, in our it is 10 plus 20 is equal to 30 ohms. இப்ப இந்த ரெண்டு சர்க்யூட்டுமே நம்ம என்ன பண்ண போறோம்? It is connected to a parallel form. We have to convert, right? Parallel form convert பண்ணிட்டு now we are substituting the parallel formula. Okay, that is the second step. So first step we are completed. So இப்ப இந்த ரெண்டு சீரிஸ்க்கு நம்ம என்ன பண்ணிருக்கோம்? இண்டிவிஜுவலா தனித்தனியா நம்ம சீரிஸ்க்கு வேல்யூஸ் கால்குலேட் பண்ணிருக்கோம். ரெண்டு ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் நம்ம என்ன பண்ணிருக்கோம்? இட் இஸ் கிளப் பண்ணிருக்கோம். ஓகே, கம்பைன் பண்ணிருக்கோம். சோ கம்பைன் பண்ணிட்டு வேல்யூஸ் பாயிண்ட் பண்ணிருக்கோம். So next step we can go for the parallel form. Here we have to take it the resistance R A B D and R A C D are in parallel. Okay, parallel conditions la irukku. Right? So penna diagram draw pannalam. Here it is a parallel diagram. So directly substitute the value of 15 ohm and 30 ohm. Okay, now we are finding the RP value. So what is the formula for RP? Parallel connections, it is 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. Here two resistance only, so we have to stop here. That is 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. Okay. இதுல இந்த RP ஓட values என்ன போடலாம்? It is RP ஓட values இந்த ஃபார்முலாவும் யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம், or directly we have to use it R1 into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. இந்த ஃபார்முலாலையும் we have to substitute. So இப்ப ரெண்டுலயுமே நம்ம ஈஸியா என்ன பண்ணிக்கலாம்? Either we have to use this formula or this one. Okay. So நம்ம convenient காக I can choose it the second one. Okay. So what is the value of R1? It is 15 into, what is the value of R2? It is 30. So 30 divided by 30 plus 15. Okay. So which should be is equal to 450 divided by 45. Okay. So let us now cancel this one. So RP value should be is equal to, so RP value should be is equal to 10 ohms. Okay. So current value according to Ohm's law, V is equal to I into R. So in that problem, they are asking what is the current value. Okay, current values தான் கேக்குறாங்க. So அதுக்கு ஏத்த மாதிரி நம்ம என்ன பண்ணிக்கலாம்? We have to change the formula. Okay, so V current order values தான் வேணும். So we are writing from this Ohm's law, I is equal to V by R. So what is the value of V in that problem? They are given 5 volt, no? That is 5 volt. Okay. So 5 volt divided by, what is the value of R? Enna values find பண்ணிருக்கிறோம்? It is RP oda values. It is 10. Okay. So which is nothing but 5 by 0, 5 by 10. It is 0.5 ampere. Right. So this is option. Yes, it is A. Option A is the right one. Okay. Up to this clear? Yes. Next one. One simple example question. So write down the question number 1. A equal resistors. A equal resistors are first connected in series and then connected in parallel. What is the ratio of the maximum to the minimum resistance? So they are given one clue, that is the maximum and minimum. So series la போகும்போது the resistance oda values add பண்றோம், and parallel la போகும்போது the resistance oda values நம்ம add பண்றோம். Which value it should be maximum? Serial la போகும்போதா or parallel la போகும்போதா? say for example 2 plus 3. So if it is connected in series, it is 5. Okay. Suppose if it is connected in parallel, it is 1 by 3. Okay. So which value is it should be greater? Hmm? Parallel or series? Comparing these two, that is the series and parallel, which one value it should be greater, either 5 or 5 by 6? Yes, of course. It is the series la போகும்போது மட்டும்தான் resistance ஓட values add பண்ணும்போது we are getting maximum value. Okay. Right. So here they are asking the maximum to resistance to minimum resistance அப்படிங்கும்போது here if it is take it as a RS and here it is RP. Okay. They are asking the option, that is the option A, it is N, and option B, it is 1 by N square, and option C, it is N square, and option D, it is 1 by N. Okay. So if in the equation I solve பண்றதுக்கு we are using that RS value we are known, RP value we are known. Okay. So let us now write down the RS value and RP values. So in series la we are writing RS value should be is equal to N into R. In parallel, it is RP is equal to divide by N. Okay. So R, which is divide by N. In that problem, they are asking the ratio, no? So ratio means it is RS by RP. So put it to solunga. The option in the option varudinte RS divide by RP. Okay. No. Okay. So let us find out the answers. So directly we have to substitute the value for RS, it is NR, and for RP, it is R by N. Okay. Yes, very good. It is N square. Right? So, இப்போ நம்ம check பண்ணலாம். It is NR divide by R by N. Okay. So here RR, it should be cancelled, and N here it is N by 1. Okay. So which should be is equal to N square by 1. So RS by RP is equal to N square. RS by RP is equal to N square. Sometimes they are given the ratio values அப்படின்னு கொடுத்திருந்தாங்கன்னா இங்க they are providing the ratio values அப்படின்னாங்கன்னா say for example here it is 1 அப்படின்னா in that answers they are given the ratio format, that is N square is to 1. So இதுக்குமே நம்ம values N is to 1 or 1 by N square is to 1 or N square is to 1 and 1 by N is to 1 அப்படின்னு கொடுத்திருந்தாங்கன்னா we are choosing the option C. Okay. Sometimes இந்த மாதிரி proportionallyயும் நம்மளுக்கு values கேட்பாங்க. Okay. So எது கேட்டாலும் we are ready to do it. Shariya. Now it is clear. Yes. Okay. So here the option C is the right one. Then next we can go for the Kirchhoff's law. Okay. So here two laws is there, first law and second law. Okay. So first law. Okay. First law we are called it as the another name as current law. It is current law or junction law or junction rule. It should be the same. Okay. So what is the first law? At any junction, in the junctions at any junction. So here the central point we can note down as a junction. Okay. The sum of current values at the junctions at any junction, the sum of the current entering the junction is equal to the sum of currents leaving the junction. So entering into the junction, leaving into the junction. At any junction, the sum of the current entering in the junction is equal to the sum of the current value leaving the junction. Okay. So entering into the junction, no, leaving to the junction. So the values it should be equal. Okay. Right. So in the statement, it is very, very important for the reason and assertion. Adukagada we are writing the statement. Okay. Entering which is equal to leaving current value. Okay. So current value here I have to take it as IE. So it is simpler. We are write it as summation of I is equal to 0. Okay. So here we have to follow the sign conversion now. Okay. Sign convention. That is the entering, it is positive. Entering the current now, we have to take it a positive value. Are they leaving current? Leaving current, it is negative value. Okay. So in the first law, so Kirchhoff for the first law, it follows law of charge conversion, charge conservation. So it is very, very important. Which law is applicable for the charge conversion? They are asking. Okay. So at that time, we are keep in mind that is a Kirchhoff's first law. Okay. Law of charge conversion. So in the statement they are given or summation of I is equal to 0. So both the thing having the same meaning. Okay, summation of I is equal to 0 or charge law of charge conversion nala should be the same meaning. Okay. So this is for first law. Then second. The second law we are call it as the loop law. Okay. Kirchhoff's second law. So it is called as a voltage law or loop law. Okay, very good. Loop rule or loop law. Okay. So here we know the statement that is the algebraic sum of changes in potential. Changes in potential around any closed loop involving resistors, and cells in the loop. Yes, 0. So simply we are writing summation of V is equal to 0. So potential, okay, change in potential or values, it should be 0. Other than simpler, summation of V is equal to 0. We have to write that. That is, if you are considering the loop like this. So here the starting point and ending point, it should be the same. Okay, so there is no potential changes. So potential values it should be equal to 0. So we have to follow the sign convention. Sign so here I. So it is a positive, negative. Okay. And second one. So if you are take it as a minus E value. So the E value, it should be positive. That is the third one. If it is the current is traveling along the direction of being mode, we are write it as along the direction of current. Abina, we are write it as minus of I into R. Suppose if it is opposite directions of being mode, traveling along the direction opposite to the direction. Along the directions of being mode, it is positive. And opposite to the direction of being mode, it is negative. So this law mainly it follows the second law. Okay, the second law, very important point. It is second law. If it is follows the conservation of charge. Conservation of charge அப்படின்னா it is first law, and here the conservation of energy or conservation of electric field. So in the law either represent பண்ணது, it is the conservation of energy or conservation of electric field. It should be represent. Okay, so these are all very important point of the Kirchhoff's law. Okay, based on we can go for an example. Okay, so let us write it the questions. Question number 1. Consider two statements following two statements. First one, Kirchhoff's junction law follows from the conservation of charge. And second, Kirchhoff's loops law follows from conservation of energy. Okay, idila which of the following is correct? So idhula check பண்ணிக்கோங்க. Now they are given the options. Okay. So idhula சொல்லுங்க, the both law it should be correct. Or it is wrong. Yes, I will give you the options. Here A, both A and B are wrong. And B, here A is correct and B is wrong. And C, A is wrong and B is correct. And D, both A and B are correct. So which option is right? There's option. Yes, very good. So it is option D is the right one. So in the options choose பண்றதுக்கு நம்மளுக்கு என்ன தெரியணும், அதோட ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட்ஸ் தெரியணும். ஸோ எந்த லா எதுக்கு அப்படின்றதையும் கன்ஃபார்மா தெரியணும். ஓகே, ஸோ அதுக்காக தான் இந்த ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட்ஸ் கொடுத்துருக்கோம். ஸோ ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் பிளஸ் சமேஷன் ஆஃப் I is equal to 0 ஃபார் எந்த கண்டிஷனுக்கு அண்ட் சமேஷன் ஆஃப் V is equal to 0 எந்த கண்டிஷனுக்கு, எந்த லாவை சாட்டிஸ்ஃபை பண்ணுது அப்படின்றத கண்டிப்பா மைண்ட்ல வச்சுக்கணும். ஓகே, ஸோ நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒன். Second question. Kirchhoff's law. Kirchhoff's first and second law. Second laws of electrical circuits or consequence of option A. It is a conservation of energy and electric charge respectively. And B is conservation of energy. And option C is conservation of electric charge and energy respectively. And D, it is a conservation of electric charge. Yes, let us choose the correct option. So on the exam hall ponada we are under confusion, either option A or C. So conservation of energy or charge. So in that question we are clearly noticed one thing, that is they are given the first law and second law. Suppose they are asking second law and first law we have to write it first as a second law and the first law. Okay, so question first check பண்ணனும். First law followed by second law or second law it is followed by first law one. First check பண்ணிட்டு தான் we can go for the options. Okay, so by option A C more or less it is same, but in the concept தெரிஞ்சா மட்டும்தான் we have to write it clearly, either the option A or C, which one is the right one. சரியா? So நம்மளுக்கு இந்த conditions தெரிஞ்சா மட்டும்தான் நம்மளால first law எதுக்கு வரும், second law எதுக்கு வரும் அப்படின்றது நம்மளால சொல்ல முடியும். So first law it is stands for the electric charge, and the second law it is stands for the energy. Okay, so the problem கேட்டாங்க அப்படின்னா it is a very simple question தான், but sometimes we may lose this mark because of the alterations, that is the first law second law or second law first law. Okay, அது கன்ஃபார்மா தெரிஞ்சிருக்கணும். Okay, next one we can go for the another topic, that is electric power. So electric power, how will you calculate? Okay, so here electric power is represented by the letter, it is P. Okay, so according to Ohm's law we are writing V is equal to I into R, correct? So here P, if it is written as V into I. Okay, so here V represents the voltage and I represents the current. P, which is nothing but it is the power, and here V, which is nothing but it is the voltage, and I, it is current. So in that problem they are given the voltage value and current value. Now directly we have to calculate the power value by using this formula. Okay, right. Otherwise they are given the resistance values அப்படின்னா formulas, how will you write? Okay, so in the power calculate பண்றதுக்கே we are having three formulas. This is a first formula. Okay, so first formula P is equal to V into I. So this is one format. So in the format we are writing for V. V oda values I can write it into I into R into I. According to Ohm's law, V is equal to I into R. Okay, so either we have to substitute for week. So per week substitute பண்ணும்போது in the week we are writing I into R. Okay, so in the I into R, இதுல I into R அப்படிங்கும்போது I into I, it is I square. So I square into R, right? So I square into R. So this is one formula for calculating power. This is the second formula, and third calculate பண்றது எப்படி? So in the same format multiply and divide by R. Okay, so I square R as it is அப்படியே தான் இருக்கு. Now we are multiplying 1 R and 1 divide by 1 R. Okay, right? So the multiply and divide by the same value அப்படிங்கும்போது entire value doesn't change ஆகாது. Okay, so இப்ப இந்த equation எப்படி எழுதலாம்? It is I square R into R, it is R square divide by 1 R. Okay, so இங்க V square oda values என்ன வரும்? It is I square into R square. So இப்ப here இந்த I square into R square oda values நம்ம எப்படி எழுதலாம்? It is V square. Okay. V square by R. So simply we are writing P is equal to V square by R. Okay. So these three formulas are very, very important for calculating the power value. Suppose current oda values, voltage oda values mattum kuduthirukanga na we are using which formula? The option A 1, 2, 3 la எந்த formula formatல இருக்கிறத நம்ம choose பண்ணிக்கலாம். Yes, it is first option. Very good. Suppose they are providing voltage value and resistance value. Abdina, which formula, which first formula or third formula, which one is right one? Yes, it is third. Okay. So power calculate பண்றதுக்கு we are writing three equations. Okay. So in the three equations, no, it is very, very important equation to solve the problems involved in power, voltage, and current. Okay. Up to this clear? Yes. Okay. Very good. Next, power loss calculate பண்றதுக்கு how will you write the formula? Okay. Power loss. So during the transmission time, okay. Transmission time la power it should be lost. So upon the power calculate பண்றதுக்கு என்ன formula? Is P loss is equal to P square into R divided by V square. Okay. So here P value, which is nothing but power to be transmitted. And R, it is the resistance of transmittivity. Or it is the resistance of the transmitting cable. And V, it is the voltage across the device. If the voltage is increased, then what about the power value? Power loss value. Either it should be increases or decreases, or it is high or low. சொல்லுங்க பார்க்கலாம். When the voltage value here, voltage value is there. When the voltage value, it should be increases means what about the power loss value? Either it is increases or decreases. Yes, it is decreases. So automatically the power value, it is getting low. Okay. right? Suppose in series connections are irunda, what will be the formula? Okay. In series connection, ரெண்டு powers ஓட values கொடுத்துட்டு எனக்கு ரெண்டு resistance ஓட values calculate பண்ண சொல்றாங்க அப்படின்னா what will be the formula? So series connectionல போகும்போது we are take it as a second formula, that is PS is equal to I square into R. Okay. If it is directly proportional, P R it is directly proportional. Suppose powers ரெண்டு power ஓட values கொடுத்துட்டு எனக்கு resistance ஓட values calculate பண்ண சொல்றாங்க அப்படின்னா we are using the following formula, that is P1 divided by P2 is equal to R1 by R2. Okay. This is the formula. So problem என்னென்ன கொடுப்பாங்க அப்படின்னா P1 ஓட values கொடுத்துருவாங்க, P2 ஓட values கொடுத்துருவாங்க, R1 ஓட values they are given. They are asking R2 ஓட values என்ன? ஏதாவது மூணு values கொடுத்துட்டு other values they are going to find அப்படின்னா we can directly use the formula. Okay. So on that time we are using this formula. Okay. Suppose parallel connections are irundhathu அப்படின்னா okay, parallel connections are irundhathu அப்படின்னா PP ஓட values it is V square by R. அதாவது நம்மளோட ஃபார்முலால third formulaவை நம்ம எழுதிக்கலாம். Okay. So இங்க பாருங்க, it is P by P. Here the R value it is inversely proportional. Okay. So இப்ப P1 by P2 ஓட values எழுதும்போது அதோட ரேஷியோ நம்மளுக்கு என்ன வரும்? Either R1 by R2 or R2 by R1. Which is the right one? Yes, very good. It is R2 by R1. அங்க மட்டும் கவனிச்சு எழுதணும். It is R2 divided by R1. Okay. Right. I think all are familiar with the power formulas. Right? So now we can go for the problem. Okay. So here, problem number 1. Yeah. 100 watts. 100 watts. And 200 voltage bulb. Yes. Connected to a 160 volt supply. The power consumption would be what? Okay. So here they are given the options, that is 100 watts, and B, it is 125 watts, and C, it is 64 watts, and D, it is 80 watts. Okay. Okay, sign convention. That is a positive value. Battery it is connected to the positive values. The current flow through the circuit, according to Ohm's law, V is equal to I into R. Okay. So, for the current flow values, positive to negative. Electric field values, it is a I into R. So, opposite to the directions, it is negative. Okay, minus I into R. Okay, so based on the sides, okay, so one direction along to the one direction it may be positive. Opposite to the directions it is negative. That is the change. Okay. Okay, now it is clear. They are asking the doubt. Okay, now we are writing the given values. Okay, so what are all the given values here? When values calculate number power order values, we have to calculate. Okay, so first you write down the given value. So go for the solution. Power P is equal to 100 watts, and voltage is equal to V, that is 200 volts. Then the supply voltage. Supply voltage value another, it is Vs is equal to 160 volt. Okay, so then the first we have to calculate the resistance value. Okay, resistance values we calculate pandrom. So resistance values calculate பண்றதுக்கு என்ன formula? In the format நம்ம choose பண்ணிக்கலாம். Either P is equal to V square by R. And the formula choose பண்ணி we can calculate the R value. And the R values la irundhu power consumption values நம்ம calculate பண்றோம். So they are directly, they are not asking the power. Here the power consumption தான் கேட்டிருக்காங்க. So first resistance values calculate பண்ணிட்டு and the resistance values the same formula we have to substitute the value for R. Okay, substitute பண்ணிட்டு we have to find out the power value. So எப்படின்ட்டு பார்க்கலாம். So first calculating the resistance of the bulb. Resistance of the bulb க்கு என்ன formula? Here R is equal to V square by T. Okay, V square value enna? V value it is 200, the whole square divide by 100. Okay, so here it is 200 into 200 divide by 100. Okay, so what is the value of R? Here it is 400 ohms. Okay, so now they are asking the power consumption. Power consumption values calculate பண்றதுக்கு we need supply voltage values நம்மளுக்கு தேவை. Okay, supply voltages value plus resistance values நம்மளுக்கு தேவை. So அதனால we are using this formula for power consumption. P is equal to Vs square divided by R. Okay. என்ன போட்டிருக்கோம் நார்மல் ஃபார்முலால இருந்து சப்ளை வோல்டேஜுக்கு நம்ம ஃபார்முலா போட்டிருக்கோம். சப்ளை வோல்டேஜஸ்ல இருந்து தான் we can calculate the power consumption. Okay. So supply voltages என்ன கொடுத்திருக்காங்க? It is 160. So இப்போ 160 the whole square divide by R ஓட values என்ன find பண்ணிருக்கோம்? It is 400. Okay. So 400 ஓட values இங்க substitute பண்ணிக்கலாம். So இப்போ 160 into 160 divide by 400. Okay. So zeros எல்லாம் cancel பண்ணிருங்க. So this is 1 time and this is 4 time. So 16 into 4, it should be 64. So 64 watts. Okay. 64 watts. This is option C is the right one. Okay. Up to this, clear all the problems. இன்னைக்கு போட்ட sums எல்லாருக்குமே புரிஞ்சதா? Yes, very good. It is easy. Okay. Very good. From the next class, we remember the formula for calculating the power. Okay. So power vachu we are dealing with some other different problems on tomorrow. Okay. So power oda formulas correct படிச்சிட்டு வந்துறணும். Okay. Then இன்னைக்கு போட்ட resistance oda values, that is the resistance in series parallel problems, you may once again you have to work it out. Okay. Once you can go through the problems at least one time. Okay. After completion of the class. Okay. Appada it clearly stored in your mind. Okay. Okay. It is very easy. Thank you, children. Meet you on tomorrow. On tomorrow, you have to continue with the timings. That is as usual afternoon session. That is 2 o'clock. Okay. Morning நாளைக்கு afternoon 2 o'clock physics English medium class இருக்குது as usual timing. Okay. Thank you, children.